Hello y'all, I'm Dianna Brianne. Well, my 5 bedrooms upstairs have finally been redone. As y'all know, I've been remodeling and repainting my whole upstairs, and I'm redoing my house at some level. I call it remodeling. As you all know, I'm over 65, or I'm actually 65 years old. Not over, but I'm 65 years old. And 5 weeks ago, I started to remodel my house. So I want to take you on a little tour. It's still kind of messy in certain areas because I have the paint sitting up there, but I'm all done with the upstairs, and the carpet man is on his way, and the window man will be here. So I hope to talk to you in a few minutes. So now the carpet man is going to be coming, okay? And so the carpets are not done yet, the windows are not done yet, and I'm not going to show you all 5 bedrooms because one of them we have everything shoved in so that the carpet men can come today and do all the carpets. But I'm going to show you all the paintings are off the walls because, well, I've done the walls. And this is our back stairwell here. And as you can see, I am not a professional painter, but I have repainted all the walls. Now these were the kids' bedrooms, and obviously you don't see a bed in here, so I wasn't going to put any furniture up here because essentially I'm planning on shutting off the bedrooms, and not shutting them off, but just not using them right now because we have like an apartment attached to the house for our sons, and they love living out there. That gives them their independence. And so we are, so essentially no one is really using the upstairs. And as I talk about, rather than downsizing, I really don't want to do that. I want to downsize within my home, but not sell my home or anything like that. Doing this stairwell was really hard because it was so high, and it took me, that was the hardest part. And so I'm just starting to put bits and pieces of furniture in here. You can see the bathroom is still a mess over here. I'm going to show you in a second because I have all the paints in there, so it's not done yet. But you can see it's not perfect here. None of this is perfect, but you can see where I had all the paints and everything. And here's the butterflies. This is a mess in here, so I'm not going to really show you. But remember, I talked about the butterflies in the bathroom. And I just took the wallpaper because that's wallpaper, and I wanted to give it some zing and some pop, so I did. And so here is the other room, and I'm just kind of putting odds and ends in here. It's not really anything much, but as you can tell, I did all the walls here, and I'm just putting, like I said, odds and ends. And the hallway was really, really something to do. And so here is, let me just turn the light on here. But this room was actually probably one of my easiest to do. And I did all of it myself. And like I said, this is not the way the rooms originally looked. These were all bedrooms. And this was actually a bonus room up here. And so I actually did these rooms myself, and completely myself. I painted everything, all the walls myself, completely myself. I'm not a painter, never have been. So this has really been something. So the window men are coming. The carpet men are on their way right now. They're going to do the whole house. And I have another bedroom here. I'm not going to show you because it's a mess, but I did the walls and they came out actually the best. And so, yeah. So, like I said, I'm just putting odds and antiques up here. No more bedrooms because my sons have the apartment and they may be moving to the beach house that we have. So I just want this whole area to look great and to be done. And I'm working on the downstairs now. I started streamlining, working. The walls are really don't need to be redone, so I'm just going to kind of touch up in certain areas. I've got the paint. And so, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I am actually going to streamline everything, simplify everything, and make it absolutely the way I want. So it's kind of showroomish. It's going to be showroomish so that when I'm 100 years old and I decide to put it up for sale for any reason, or 110, it'll all be ready. I won't have to go through, like, oh my gosh, I got to get the house ready and be too old to do it. So this way, I have it all done. I will have it all done. I'm excited about having it all done. And so I have a long ways to go yet, but not as much. The upstairs was rather hard. I think the downstairs will be a lot easier. And so I'm really excited about it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm remodeling my house. I'm going to be doing the outside too. And I've already started a little bit here, a little bit there. And that's what I'm doing. The process of doing my home is a very fun process. It started off as my Get Well project because, as you all know, my husband got sick with cancer, and he has been going through chemotherapy. He's through his chemotherapy now. For me, I took sick about going on 6 weeks ago, and they still never figured out what it was. I was really sick in the beginning. It was a stomach problem, and they have not determined what the issue is, but I am so much better than what I was. I mean, I feel like 90%, 80%, 90% better. And so we're just hoping that all goes away. They couldn't figure out what it was. It was abdominal. They think perhaps I had an allergic reaction to something, and I've talked about that on my other social media. And so they think I just had an allergic reaction maybe to something. And but anyhow, so I started my Get Well project, and I'm excited about it, and it's not done. It's kind of an indefinite project for me. It's not one that is going to go away anytime soon, and it's one that I plan on doing even here on Grandma's porch, but I will definitely keep Grandma's sofa. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. And probably have our grass outside redone. Because the weather here can sometimes be very drying, and even though we water the grass, sometimes it needs redone. So I've been really, really working. The project's been all mine. I even actually moved probably 90% of the furniture myself at 65 years old. And so, So the bedrooms upstairs used to be bedrooms, and now they're not. So I'm just putting all the odds and end pieces up there so that it does look somewhat lived in or somewhat warmth. And we will use it, but not where it's being used all the time, because I want to keep it neat and tidy and organized. And also downstairs, I want it to be showroom ready for if I ever sold it, because you have to set a house up, in my opinion, differently when you're going to show it than when you're living in it. And it's always been a home. It will remain a home because I hope to live here, like I said, to at least 100, and hopefully. And yet I want it ready. I don't want to wait for that moment where I go, oh, I gotta, I need to sell. I want to sell, whatever, for whatever reason. And then it's not ready, and I have to do it, and I feel overwhelmed, and maybe I'll be very old by then, And so this just works out better for me. And so that's what I've been doing the last 5 weeks. I talked about crisis and staying busy, and I stayed busy through these crises. On days that I didn't feel good, I would go upstairs and I would get the paint, and I would paint and paint and paint as a way to take my mind off of not feeling well. I'm not suggesting that to anyone, but that's just how I did. I kind of worked my way through this crisis to the best of my ability. Both my husband's crisis, through him, I learned so much. I kind of took over many of his roles, even hooking up a trailer to the back of the truck and driving it to the dump. And so, I did that. And then when I took sick, I made a decision that I wanted my house ready. And I think a lot of older people get in that mindset. That's why you see a lot of older people's houses just meticulous, and everything is organized, and everything is kind of showroom ready. And not that they're going to sell it, but in the event that they would feel like they needed to sell it at any point. And so I I think that's a smart move over 60 years old, is to have all of your ducks in a row, so to speak, as Grandma would say. And hopefully your ducks keep floating right along and being fine, but yet they're in a row so that you're organized. And I feel so great that, you know, I have my rooms painted upstairs. I'm just going to touch up down here. And I'm streamlining though down here, simplifying, you know, and so that's what I've been doing. So I just wanted to share that with you. Well, from my house to yours, I hope you like, share, subscribe. Channel names are pinned to the top of the comment section or description box below. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.